First, Lillard, more handles. This time, though, to set up the jumper, Lillard, 15 points in the first quarter on 5 for 8 shooting. The Blazers led by 5 after 1, and we wondered, is this going to be another one of those nights for LA? Remember, no Anthony Davis again. Second quarter, Lakers are down 3. LeBron James is going to get switched on to Lillard. Lillard takes it to the rack, but James, get it out of here. 3 of LA's 7 blocks for LeBron James, and then at the other end, feed the player who made the defensive play. Davis approves. Later in the second, James. 3 ball. Bang, bang, bang. He was 2 for 5 from 3. The Lakers 7 for 27 as a team. They got the lead now. Just over a minute left in the second. Lillard 5 for 13 from 3-point range. He had 24 at the half. Blazers back up 3 at the break. Third quarter now. Game tied at 59. James with the rip. Up ahead, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Give and go. And it's gone. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists for James. Takes it away again. Give it up to Alex Caruso. And the Lakers turning defense into offense. James gets his 4th steal. He did a little bit of everything in this game. Lakers by 9 after 3. Fourth quarter, Dennis Schroder. Welcome back to James. Lakers taking over. Schroder with 22 in this game. Lakers missed his offense while he was out. Later in the fourth, James off the dribble, beating the shot clock. And the Lakers back in the win column with one they needed, 102-93. LeBron James, speaking of reporters right now, let's listen in.
Just trying to do whatever it takes to help us get off this losing streak. And but that's always been my game, to be able to play both ends of the floor, hold myself accountable, and be there for my teammates. And tonight was an instance where I was able to get some steals, get some blocks, took a couple charges, and just trying to, be the voice and also act on action as well on the defensive end.
You guys had a certain game plan that worked pretty well against Dame in the playoffs last year. It seemed like you employed it, especially in the second half tonight. What's the key there for you and the bigs coming up to help in the guards, and how did the guards do with Schroder and Caruso specifically? And KCP, should say.
Well, you have to, because Dame has, Dame has unlimited range. So you have to be up on screens. Once he crosses half court, he is in his range. So you have to have everybody up the floor, the guy that's guarding him and the guy that's guarding the pick and roll. It's going to be double drags. There's going to be single drags. There's going to be a lot of things that's going on in early transition. And when you're not, a couple instances tonight, he made us pay for it, coming off and letting it go. And when we got it right, we was able to execute it, to the best of our ability.
Dave.
LeBron, to go away from the court for a second. Zlatan, the soccer player, said that he believes that famous people and athletes such as yourself shouldn't use their platform to do anything other than what they're good at in their athletic endeavor. As someone who has promoted the idea of more than an athlete and trying to empower players to use their voice to speak on their communities, do you have any response to what he said?
Nah, absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, I would never shut up about things that's wrong. I preach about my people, and I preach about equality, social injustice, racism, systematic voting, voter suppression, things that go on in our community. Because I was a part of my community at one point and seeing the things that was going on, and I know what's going on still, because I have a group of 300 plus kids at my school that's going through the same thing, and they need a voice. And I'm their voice. And I use my platform to continue to shed light on everything that may be going on, not only in my community, but around this country and around the world. So, if there's no reason, I won't say no reason, but there's no way I will ever just stick to sports, because I understand how this platform and how powerful my voice is. And he can just ask Renee Montgomery, if I would have shut up and just dribbled. Seeing that beautiful black woman today, be a part of a group where she's part of an ownership group now with the Atlanta Dream down in Atlanta. And it's funny he said that, because I believe in 2018, he was the same guy who said when he was back in Sweden, talking about the same things, because his last name wasn't a certain last name, that he felt like it was some racism going on when he was out on the pitch. Right? He did say that, right? Yeah. I thought he said that. So I speak from a very educated mind. I'm kind of the wrong guy to actually go at because I do my homework.
Dan?
Well, I can't ask you about anything else now. So, along those lines, like when you look around this league and you see a new generation of players, not growing into their voices, but like coming to the league with them, having them, I'm curious, how does that make you feel? And if are there any players in particular whose leadership at a young age really speaks to you?
Well, one, it makes me feel proud to be a part of a generation where our voices are heard and guys are speaking from an educated, mindset. But more importantly, they speak from. I think when you speak from your heart, it rings bells even louder. And we got, a lot of guys that are speaking from the heart that didn't believe they had a voice at one point in time, or now they're coming into it and they see that they can have a voice and that their voice really matters. So that makes me proud. And you see, guys like, Jalen Brown, who's very, obviously he's educated beyond his years. And I love what he stands for in our league. And you see Pat Mahomes, also a younger guy, and Alvin Kamara, and, in the NFL, and those guys speaking about things. They're young, but they speak about things that, they feel like is unjust as well in their communities and whatever that's going on in the whole grand scheme of things. So, as athletes, obviously, we've been heard this for a long time. To you should be privileged. You should be, you should be thankful, to be able to dribble a ball or run a football or be able to do a 100-yard dash or be able to, swing a baseball bat and things of that nature. You shouldn't be able to speak about anything else, no matter if it's right or wrong. You should just do that. But that's not the case. It's not the case anymore. As long as I'm around, it won't be the case for a long time.
Time for more, Kyle Goon.
Hey, Ron. Just on the game tonight, I was wondering if you could speak to the impact of Dennis, but also just how much more fun do you guys have when you guys are playing connected that way and a little bit closer to being whole as a team?
Well, obviously Dennis gives us an automatic spark. His energy alone gives us a spark. His competitive nature gives us a spark. And obviously we've been shorthanded as of late. So, to have another body, a fresh body, well, I wouldn't say fresh when you're out of the game for a week. But, just to have him back in our lineup and have him back in our locker room just means so much to our team. So it was big time in that instance. And everybody just rallied around another, tonight being able to, play well on the defensive end and also on the offensive end as well.
LeBron James with the basketball combo plate, Neil, the poo-poo platter.
You got it.
He had a couple of teriyaki chicken wings, led his team in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals for the 49th time in his career, including the playoffs. That's 20 more times than any other player since blocks and steals became official. Let's welcome in Jalen Rose once again. Jalen, it's 1 of 72, but this felt like a game that the Lakers really, really need to have, and they got it. What jumped out at you from their performance?
LeBron James, first and foremost, stuff in the stat sheet, doing it all on both ends of the floor. And it was needed by the Lakers, not just the points, but the defense as well, the blocks, the steals, the effort. Because when your best player and your leader is competing on that end of the floor, everybody else now has to fall in line. Caruso, Harold, Kuzma. And now when they get LeBron out in transition, he can make plays for his teammates, make plays for himself. He was fantastic getting Schroder back in the lineup at the point of the attack defensively. Another guy that can initiate offense, take pressure off LeBron James. It was just a big-time home win by the Lakers, who did a great job in the second half of blitzing Dame Lillard. They know it's no C.J. McCollum. There's no Nurkic down low. So the Lakers wanted to first force somebody else to make shots. The Blazers weren't able to get nobody else going besides Dame.
All right, so they get the win. They still don't have Anthony Davis, but I'm really interested in your top four in the Western Conference right now.
Ooh, so I want to make sure that everybody knows this is if each team is fully healthy.
Okay, all right.
Each team is fully healthy and it's playoff time, and we're talking about a 7-game series. Okay.
All
Big
right.
shout to the Phoenix Suns. Big shout to the Denver Nuggets. They didn't make the cut just yet. Number 4.
Mention.
The Portland Trailblazers. I just mentioned a couple of reasons why. When they get healthy, as much as we talking about the Lakers missing Anthony Davis, and that's rightfully so, what he brings to the table to that team. But what CJ McCollum brings to the Blazers team has made them one of the more consistent teams in the Western Conference the last few years. So I'll give them a nod at the number 4 spot.
Yeah,
Number 3.
That could be 60 or 70 from the backcourt any night.
Exactly. We got the Jazz. I know you listen to a lot of Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Old school hip hop. That's right up my alley.
Exactly. And I know they lost tonight at Miami. I understand that. But they have been fantastic shooting the 3. They have a balanced attack playing defense led by Mitchell, led by Gobert. Number 2, Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, okay.
See, what happened last year, people like me just sprained their ankles jumping off their bandwagon after they got bounced out of the bubble, right? But Kawhi's healthy. And he's still playing at an elite level. Paul George seems to have gotten his confidence back. I saw him eating Gus's fried chicken in the post-game conference. They're feeling good about their games. The Los Angeles Clippers and their guard play is improving. Patrick Beverly's making threes at a high clip, 40%. So the Clippers, number 2, and number 1, the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
They don't have Anthony Davis. He's one of the top players in the game, one of the top defenders in the game. And he went crazy in the playoffs last year. Once he returns, order will be restored in the Western Conference. The pecking order will be aligned again. It's going to be the Lakers and then everybody else once they get healthy.
All right. While they throw things at the TV in Salt Lake City, you stick around because we got to